This is the White House. This is the home of the President of the United States of America, and they're treating it as though it's a dilapidated trailer park, throwing shit out of a window. Happy post-Labor Day holiday. Hope you had a good one. I'm still in Boise, Idaho, my last day. We fly out tomorrow morning, which means, unless I get some kind of a wild hair and decide to work, pre-6 a.m. flight heading back to Washington, D.C., you probably won't see content from me tomorrow. So wish me luck. It will be a flight. Anyway, let's talk about, one, there's a little bit of a dearth of news, a lot of conspiracy theories this weekend over Donald Trump and whether or not he is, fingers crossed, dead. I don't know. It's always something with these people. It seems like that, right? It's always something. Donald Trump, not only did he have his wild health scare this weekend, here's a headline from the BBC. Why did the internet think Donald Trump was dead this weekend? Rudy Giuliani had a weird car wreck with a bunch of question marks surrounding who hit him, and he claims he was intervening in some kind of a domestic violence dispute, but that was happening on the southbound lane, and he was in the northbound lane. It's all very confusing. Donald Trump the other day was wandering around on the roof of the White House, and then this weekend also, mysteriously, people are throwing items out of the White House window on the top floor. Get a load of this headline from the Daily Beast. Again, it's always something. Bizarre video shows mystery objects being thrown out of Trump's White House window. The clip shows a person launching several items out of an open window. I think the lifeblood of these goblins is absolutely just chaos. It is what fuels them. Not so much Donald Trump. We know that his literal lifeblood is Big Mac sauce that courses through his veins. That's not the case with the rest of the people that have surrounded Donald Trump, they orbit the giant empty dome that is his head. Get a load of this, and then I'm going to play this video that I would really like feedback. I would love to know exactly what you think is going on here because it's not normal. A handful of objects have been thrown from an upper floor window of the White House, video show. The short clip shows a figure approaching a top floor window before dropping an unidentified item to the ground below. They return twice more to launch different items. This is the White House. This is the home of the President of the United States of America, and they're treating it as though it's a dilapidated trailer park, throwing shit out of a window. No respect, no regard. Nothing's normal. Online sleuths deduced that the clip shows a room attached to the solarium on the top floor of the White House, which is a private family room sitting atop the south portico and is typically inhabited by the president's family. It is not known if Trump and his clan used the room, thank you for that, Daily Beast, which boasts panoramic views of the mall, the National Mall, which is adjacent to the White House. The footage, which remains unverified, was filmed from the grounds outside the building and first posted by the Instagram account Washingtonian Problems. The account owner said it was submitted anonymously by one of its followers and captioned it, doing some deep Sunday cleaning. The video quickly spread to other platforms. Republicans Against Trump reposted the clip on Twitter. It's not X, it is Twitter, writing, "What the hell is going on?" And then Patriot Takes, a group that describes itself as dedicated to, quote, monitoring and exposing right-wing extremism and other threats to democracy, also shared the video asking, what is going on here? And I guess that's the question I would leave with you before I play the video, is to think about this. Think about all of the outrage that happens with Republicans, with their virtue signaling, except it's not actual virtues unless, hate and bigotry and violence against marginalized people is a virtue. They would be outraged if there was a Joe Biden administration or a Kamala Harris administration or God forbid, if Hillary Clinton had been elected and they were throwing things out of a top floor window onto the ground below with no explanation while their president is MIA. Seems strange, does it not? Watch this video, about a minute and a half, minute 23 seconds or so, and you tell me what you think, and we can have this conversation in the comments.
You got another one? Let me see. Yeah, let's stay in that little outhouse on the end. Oh, somebody there, right? Right now, right? Oh, there you go. You got it? You zoomed in? I guess that's one way to clean out. This is crazy. I didn't know we was going to get a whole TV show. Can you make out what they're throwing away? This could definitely make Washingtonian proud. This could definitely make it.
Look, I know this is not the most important thing. I know this does not move the needle. This is not addressing the distraction from the Jeffrey Epstein files and the conspiracy there that Donald Trump has tried to foment for years and years and years, while flirting with disaster because he's named in the files who knows how many hundreds of times. This doesn't deal with the literal kidnapping of migrants and American citizens off the streets of the United States from the masked secret police, the Gestapo here in the United States. But still, it leaves questions. The norms, the standards that we hold our presidents to has been absolutely obliterated. And we need to keep the focus on this type of thing. Even though it's not the most, look, for me, the most important story are those that I'm going to be covering subsequent to this. But as I always talk about, hypocrisy needs to be addressed, and the fact that there's a different set of rules for Republicans and conservatives and Trump cult members than there is for the rest of us cannot be abided. I would love your opinion on this. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me the old-fashioned way, daily@dollemore.com. If you're into supporting work that maybe doesn't move the needle like a story like this, you can help support and produce this content. You can click the join button below on YouTube. You can go over to my Patreon page, which is actually a little better option because they take way less of a cut of your help. And that's patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I love and appreciate you very much. Thanks for joining me today. Again, hope you had a great holiday. And I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.